Thank you all for joining my broadcast. There are about 200 known cases of Delta plus coronavirus variant worldwide. A new and slightly changed version of the Delta coronavirus variant is spreading in a number of countries. It is also called B decimal 1 decimal 6 1 7 decimal 2 or AY1 Delta plus for short, and it is a version of the Delta variant. It was first reported in England on April 26. It is a double mutant virus, and about 200 cases have been reported in common countries. Delta plus variant has an extra mutation called K417N. This distinguishes it from the regular Delta variant. This mutation affects the spike protein, the part of the virus that attaches to the cells. The mutation was seen in strain found in Qatar in March 2028. All viruses mutate continuously. New coronavirus outbreaks are driving some places back under lockdown and behind masks. Some surgeons warn that misinformation is the greatest threat to COVID-19 vaccination. I started broadcasting about coronavirus from 27th January, 28th January 2020, and I was informed about coronavirus on 26th January 2020 by Alexa. Then Reuters was switched on. Another coronavirus epidemic took place about 20,000 years ago also. The DNA study of human beings revealed, and it has left traces of in the DNA of people in modern China, Japan, and Vietnam. 42 genes in modern population are present in the 20th century. Among three variants of the influenza virus, each resulted in wide-ranging outbreaks that killed millions: the Spanish flu of 1918 to 1920, Asian flu of 1957 to 1958, and the Hong Kong flu of 1968 to 1969. Like many other environmental challenges, these ancient viral encounters may have triggered adaptations that helped us and our ancestors survive. These adaptations may have included psychological or immunological changes that improved resistance to infection or reduced the health impacts of the disease. Adaptation to disease can leave genetic traces. Over the last few decades, geneticists have devised powerful statistical tools to uncover genetic traces of historical adoptions, events that remain present at genomes of people living today. These tools have allowed scientists to discover genes that mark adoptions for high altitude living and adult consumption of milk, among other things. Our team was curious to see whether historical encounters with ancient coronaviruses have left any such traces in human population besides revealing historical coronavirus outbreaks. These informations may have told new insights into the genetic traces of coronavirus infection and how these viruses disease, cause diseases in modern humans. Just like proteins of mutation viruses gets more easily attached to the human cells. That's why it is known as double mutant and highly contagious.
अनारकली अणु से जरी जीनत तक के लिए एक सेट वैरायटी है ईशो की।
Here with sound is being recorded to the identifier. Viruses are simple creatures with one objective to make more copies of themselves, but their simple biological structure means they cannot reproduce independently. Instead, they must invade the cells of other organisms and hijack their molecular machinery. I had already bought a Kickstarter camera also, through which I used to broadcast from outside. You can see Kickstarter logo. There are many variants of existing coronavirus. Total number of cases has risen to 180 million and 3.9 million deaths worldwide. And daily new cases are reduced but not so much significantly. The coronavirus is affecting 220 countries. 641 new cases in Netherlands. The highest number of cases are in United States of America. 3 crore 44,000 3 crore 44 lakh 64,956. 1,028 cases so far in India and 20,000 cases in Russia in the past 24 hours. The highest number of new cases in the world from Russia. Two journalists were arrested, might be because of coronavirus news, but their news channel has also been suspended in Hong Kong. So I am not aware about the exact cause. Even coronavirus is surging in the world's most vaccinated country. The virus has infected and killed millions of people around the world. Eight thousand two hundred 90 people died in the past 24 hours. More contagious variants are spreading in Africa. More than 2.75 billion vaccine doses have been administered worldwide, equal to 36 for every 100 people. But in dozens of poor countries, inoculation has barely started. Some doctors are claiming about different waves. This may appear in the future. There are several steps and hassles in approving and coronavirus vaccine. It is not an easy task. It is a very tedious task. Innumerable number of scientists which have spent their life long in various parts of the country, especially western part of the country, and they have consumed many good quality seeds like dhokla and other kinds of nutritious like Lacha Tokri and dhokla. They have spent their lives in these kind of seeds and promoting Dandiya culture also. They are indulged in approving these vaccines. And you think that it is an easy task, it is not an easy task. The whole life has been spent by those scientists and your welfare only. And you must have seen many herbal soaps which were earlier introduced so that you can be prepared for the future. They were intentionally kept names, and then those herbal soaps were banned also, so that you will be prepared for the future and you will download those applications without any hesitancy or resistance. Just because you don't used to get accustomed of these kind of epidemics. You are very new and you are very like behaving like small kids. You might have behaved in a panic way. Due to these reasons, innumerable scientists and various IT cells and other intellectual people were utilized, secret conferences were arranged, and then these kind of names were imposed on you so that you will not feel panic in different kinds during different kinds of waves, and you will stay inside, keep distance, and just perform various kind of exercising in your own homes, and then you will not feel egoistic also with the developed countries like China, and you will keep on accepting those products as inevitable part of your life. Don't feel panic, and due to these reasons, millions of scientists from western part of the country organize the conferences just for your sake, for the upliftment and unity and protection of humanity, so that you will survive in a confident way. You will feel more superior than other developed countries and feel happy also. That's why these names were decided and opted to emphasize on different kind of Ayurveda research. Many different herbal products were introduced, and then various departments were also named simultaneously as a kind of startup engine device. And now the third wave is inevitable, and various doctors are telling you, and you should realize as a layman, you should understand that all of Indians, except the western part of the country, states, are laymen, and you are being governed, you are being protected again. And Delta variant is also not immune, and it is a variant of concern, but it is not immune variant. It was also existing, and knowingly various steps are being emphasized and implemented also. Total cases are definitely rising day by day. That is has nothing to do with the number of active cases, which are reducing significantly, especially in this week. And when third wave is inevitable, all of you should understand and know that it is well being taken care by the superior people. You are not superior enough. You are not in the deciding decision making team. You are not a scientist. You are not a doctor. You must have seen many Gujarati doctors who don't even possess degrees, who might be challenging you, might be criticizing you and making fun of you, that all of you are just laymen. Don't take any decisive action, just stay inside and think of your own family only. And don't search coronavirus in Google because it may contain any fake news also. And then a notification will appear in your Facebook profile that okay, then you will feel hurt. For example, many fake news are being spreaded also, through which you are being told that cell transformation is going on. It's not like that. Every product has some side effect and pros and cons only, and you should realize that your country is pace is up to an international pace of superiority. They are much ahead of various other research scientists like Oxford, AstraZeneca. They are much ahead than that. They are more futuristic. They are prepared for 24th wave also. And 50th coronavirus variant is also taken into consideration and severity taken. and all the structure has been kept aside in the hard disk in the SSD. Indigenously manufactured here only, including the supercomputer and the electron microscope, which is also being produced in India only. It's a kind of startup Indian device initiative. You must have seen various movies have also been evolved to make awareness, to spread the awareness for you. Even America has recognized the caves and dens of these wild animals, cubs. Don't fall prey into fake news. And some will say that more lockdown will not happen, over waves will not appear. When coronavirus has decided to make mutant of itself, then you can't prevent. It is not possible for you, even if you will get vaccinated with more superior vaccines. And why should you expect better quality vaccines when your indigenously prepared vaccines are available everywhere? Why should you feel so much inferior? Why should you beg before them when they are not providing you vaccines? Why are you begging before them? They had kept 500 crore worth of Pfizer vaccines in November, but they want Indians to beg and plead before them to put the knees on the ground floor as a kind of top-down engine. But Pakistan was ready to beg before America, so they get 130 million doses of Pfizer. But they don't have any self-respect. They used to plead before America, okay, we want help, we want help. But on the other hand, there are several departments which are stringently test each and every product like AgMark, FPO, ISI, ISO 9001, ISO 9002. These departments used to test. After all, it is a matter of your health only. They used to test each and every vaccine in a very precise and dedicated manner. Sometimes under the table, they used to keep those vaccines under the table also, where several indigenously manufactured electron microscopes are present. Each and every batch, each and every vaccine is being tested. 1,000 vaccines sent by Sputnik were tested because after all it is a matter of your health. We can't take a risk. We don't have any faith in Sputnik. We have to test each and every vaccine. Sometimes we have to send our own scientists doing packing also. Millions of rupees are being spent in that, in sending our research scientists to their packing warehouses and manufacturing units. After all, we are providing some kind of privilege to them. They should feel proud that in sending those vaccines to your country. And now they are feeling proud. The Pfizer is also feeling proud that they will send one day they will send vaccines to the greatest democracy of India. And they are feeling very proud of that. They have rewarded the 400 research scientists. Most of them studied in Gujarat University of Technical Education. They are not dependent on homeopathy or Ayurvedic. They studied here only. And due to brain drain during last decade, about 10 to 20 years ago, they migrated in the form of NRI. That was the problem. Now that problem has been solved. That is nothing, and you don't have to wait. Just wait for more lockdowns and it will appear and phase out. Gradually you will feel accustomed to lockdowns, releasing lockdowns. Always obey each and every order. through fake media. Never believe in fake media.